Alright, haven't done this in a while. Classic Rocket Jimmer is back, making reaction videos again, hell yeah. Oh, and if you're wondering why my facial hair is a little longer than usual, it's because I think it's rather appropriate considering which video we're reacting to today. Before we get into the video though, I have some background to provide. So iDubbbz is a popular content creator on YouTube, and recently his girlfriend made an OnlyFans account. If you don't know what an OnlyFans account is, OnlyFans is basically a place where social media stars can go and post lewd photos of themselves and charge people for viewing those photos. So yeah, a large part of iDubbbz's fan base, as well as a bunch of people on the internet in general, have been criticizing him for being okay with this, especially when iDubbbz uploaded a video explaining how he supported his girlfriend's endeavors on OnlyFans. So there's the context. Now let's get into what this video is meant to do, what it's meant to be, and all that. The point of this video is not me saying that I disagree with iDubbbz on whether sex work is okay. Alright, that's not what this video is about. What this video is about is iDubbbz said some really hypocritical and some just generally really dumb stuff in his video explaining how he completely supported his girlfriend, and I want to point out how he did say some really stupid stuff and why it's stupid. So yeah, let's get into it, shall we?
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of iDubbbz Complains. This is a very special episode where I get to tackle two topics that I've recently become very passionate about. That is a section of my audience who thinks they know me, and my opinion on sex work. You can sort of see where these two will collide.
Alright, so immediately I have some problems with what he's conveying here. You've been on the internet for 6 years, iDubbbz. Your audience knows you at least a little bit. You're not playing a persona, you're putting yourself out there in video form. Now, do they know every aspect of your personal life? No, but they do know key aspects about your personality, which can be used to point out whether you're a hypocrite or not, or whether you're a good person or not, you know, stuff like that. And you know something? I find it very ironic that you use this line of thought, you know, the whole, oh, you don't know me, so you can't criticize me argument, because the people criticizing you now know just as much about you as you knew about Tana Mongeau or Rice Gum or any of the people whose personalities you criticize in your Content Cop series. So what makes it okay for you to criticize other people when all you know about them is what they post on the internet, but not okay for us to criticize you based off what you've posted on the internet? There's a little bit of a hypocrisy there, just saying.
My girlfriend started an OnlyFans account, and I think all of it is cool. Yeah, I know. I didn't think it would be a controversial opinion either.
Yes you did? The fuck?
A good amount of people are just doing the reasonable thing and just making jokes and laughing about it. But there's a whole nother group of people who feel personally devastated and betrayed. First up, we got Edward. He probably got told by a lot of people that he looks like iDubbbz, and he really liked that because iDubbbz was cool. But now that iDubbbz is a simp, now he's gonna go in full baby Wawa mode. No, shut the fuck up, you dumb fuck. You don't get to ha-ha funny yourself out of this one. You're a simp. You act all edgy and cool on YouTube and then go and film your girlfriend shoving anal beads up her ass for OnlyFans afterwards? Fuck you. You lied to everyone. You ruined my life.
Way to strawman the argument. Way to portray the argument as being way worse than it actually is. You know, you could be addressing the criticisms of people like Diesel Patches. You know, people with actual criticisms. But no, you decided to go the easiest route possible and make fun of some kid on the internet.
Oh, looks like I did something a little too edgy. Edward, I don't know where you got the idea that I was cool. Do you think it was cool when I was playing with anal beads? It's cool when I play with anal beads. Do you think it was cool when I was running around in an oversized cop outfit? That was cool to you.
That anal beads thing just completely disregards context. What you were doing with them was obviously a joke. You were doing it purely for humor. You know, it was all a big funny ha-ha moment, right? But what your girlfriend is doing is, you know, as they say, whoring herself out for money.
Also, yes, people think you're cool because you go out in public wearing oversized cop costumes. You're funny. That's why people think you're cool. I don't know why that's so hard for you to grasp, but yeah.
It's because he's a hypocrite. He makes content cop and targets people, but he himself have girlfriend whoring herself, and he does nothing about it. What am I gonna do? Do Do you think I should just, like, take a shotgun to her head? No, bitch. It's time to die now. No, iDubbbz, you should break up with her. But I'm cool with it.
Yeah, iDubbbz, you're cool with it. That's the issue. Because in the past, you've made it explicitly obvious that you don't respect people who make money off of whoring themselves out on the internet.
You're a whore. You're a whore, just admit it. You're a whore, you whore yourself out online, you whore yourself out in front of your family and your friends. You're a whore, plain and simple. Just admit that you're a whore and a slut and a harlot.
You think these fucking retards would actually do a smidgen of research? Because, like, I did it, and I found the potential hypocrisies in what I say in the past, and it's pretty fucking consistent. The funding for the slut shirt is actually very, very low. Skanktown, USA, softcore porn all over the walls. Pretty nice, huh? You know, like, I'm not saying that women should be sexualized or shouldn't be. I'm just saying that there is the market for it, so it makes sense that they would do it. I would say skank and slut, but never was that part of my argument.
That little montage of clips is particularly hilarious because, again, as I've showed you, he's very clearly shown his disdain for people who whore themselves out on the internet for money.
You're a whore.
Let me have my hope, all right? I want to believe he's too intelligent for this. Intelligence has nothing to do with it, but I will say this. If you want to retain hope that I'm intelligent, this is the most intelligent thing I've probably ever done, is revealing this side of me. That I'm okay with sex workers and girls being slutty. It has no bearing on my life whatsoever. And the sooner you realize that for yourself, the better.
That's a big yikes from me, dog.
I wanted to talk more about all the shitty takes that people have, and this guy that we're going to watch has pretty much listed all of what the arguments are for people who don't morally agree with the situation.
The internet is a forever archive, so there's no, regret, delete all button. That's not quite there.
I don't know why this shitty point is being made. It's sort of like from 2003. By the way, the internet, it's a forever archive. Didn't know if you knew. But when you upload something, it might stick around. This isn't done impulsively. Like, what do you think? Someone's just going to make an OnlyFans just on a whim? Didn't give it any thought. Just thought maybe I'll sell my pussy online and see how it goes.
That's not his point at all. His point wasn't that people don't know about the risk. His point is that there's a risk there and that therefore it's unwise to whore yourself out on the internet.
In future jobs, they might be a little bit harder to come by.
I think this is one of the most important opinions to highlight because it really demonstrates a severe lack of real-world experience when you're saying that future jobs are going to be harder to come by because of an OnlyFans account. Like, if you think this affects your standing or your social credibility in getting jobs, you are so sadly mistaken. And I will also say, if you want to morally grandstand, one of the shittiest things that I think you can do morally is judging someone about what they did previously and not hiring them even though they're qualified for the job.
It is very, very possible that if you put yourself out there in a sexually explicit manner, you will have trouble retaining future jobs. For instance, my boy Diesel Patches, the guy I referenced earlier in the video, has a real-world example that he experienced for himself.
In middle school, I had a teacher named Mrs. Doty, and my friend found a picture of her on Facebook with a dildo in her hand. After my principal found out, she got fired. And as a bonus, for the rest of the year, we called her Mrs. Dildoty. Shit like that can definitely affect your chances getting a job.
That's really all I have to say about this video. It's just not a good video. It's full of hypocrisy and just generally dumb lines of reasoning. And to think this is the same guy who made that legendary content cop on Leafy is Here, like, wow, man. How the mighty have fallen. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain, I guess. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Press the like button if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and if you have something to contribute to the conversation, definitely do post your thoughts in the comment section below. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Bye, I guess?